The state government reduces work hours for civil servants. The state government launches the distribution of 450 trucks of assorted grains for Ramadan. Senate suspends plenary over death of some members. On business, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation records 234.722 billion naira petrol sale. On international scene, Benin's President Patrice Talon retains power after sweeping victory. On sports, Governor Ganduje to unveil Ahmed Musa for Kano Pillars Football Club. Hello, welcome to Svtv News. I am Samira Ibrahim. The state government has approved the reduction of work hours for civil servants in the state throughout the period of Ramadan fasting. A government statement said workers would resume at 9 a.m. and close at 2 p.m. as against the usual working hours of 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The statement was issued on Tuesday in Gusau by the Permanent Secretary Administration Alhaji Yusuf Bakura on behalf of the State Head of Service Alhaji Kabiru Balarabi. It said that the 3-hour reduction was from Monday to Thursday, while workers will close at noon on Friday. The statement explained that the gesture was to enable the workers to have ample time to dedicate themselves to the service of Allah during Ramadan. It said that Governor Matawali urged the people of the state to intensify prayers for Allah's forgiveness, peaceful coexistence, economic growth, and overall development of the state. The state government has affirmed support to meetings and conferences on peace and security in the country. The State Commissioner of Information, Alhaji Ibrahim Magaji Dusara, stated this while speaking with journalists in Kaduna at a town hall meeting on security organized by the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture. According to the Commissioner, the state government was in full support of such meetings geared towards addressing problems of insecurity. Alhaji Ibrahim Magaji Dusara said, although his state government was battling with problems of armed banditry and other insecurity issues, the administration of Governor Bello Matawalle has been doing a lot to tackle the problem. On the claims in some quarters that the state government has not been doing a lot to tackle activities of foreign illegal gold miners in the state, the Information Commissioner debunked the claims, saying that the state government has made some arrests and handed them to the appropriate security operatives for proper investigation and prosecution. The State First Lady, Haji Aisha Bello Muhammad Matawallan Maradan, has congratulated the people of the state for witnessing yet another month of Ramadan. A statement by the Press Secretary Office of the First Lady, Zainab Shaibu Abdullahi, said, Hajia Aisha urged the good people of the state to use the boundless opportunity offered by the month of Ramadan to pray for a more peaceful and prosperous Zamfara state. She said Ramadan is an important period in Islam that brings people closer to Almighty Allah. Hajia Aisha also reminded the people on the need to abide by the teachings of the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, by showing love, compassion, sympathy, and helping the needy. She equally enjoined the women across the state to use the period and pray for their husbands and children's future. Governor Bello Muhammad Matawalle has appointed 20 members of Miyatti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria as special assistants in the state. A statement issued on Tuesday evening by the Press Secretary, Office of the First Lady, Zainab Abdullahi Shaibu, said the wife of the governor, Hajia Aisha Bello Matawalle, secured the appointment of the 20 members of the association. Speaking on behalf of the beneficiaries, the state chairman, Makban, Alhaji Tukur Abubakar, lauded the governor's wife for her efforts in making meaningful change to Fulanis and other members of the community. He expressed appreciation to Governor Matawalle for his support to the Fulanis and involving them in his administration. He assured that Magban will continue to give its maximum support and cooperation towards the success of Matawalle's administration and for the development of the state as a whole. The Zamfara state government has launched the distribution of 450 trucks of assorted grains to people in the state, even as 40,000 clothing materials were launched for distribution to orphans and the less privileged people in the state. Flagging of the distribution exercise of the food items at the state government house on Tuesday to mark this year's Ramadan welfare package, Governor Matawale said the gesture is to cushion the hardship among people throughout the month of Ramadan. Governor Matawale have listed the food items for distribution as 50,000 bags of rice, 30,000 bags of sugar, 50,000 bags of millet, 30,000 bags of maize and 10,000 bags of beans, as well as 20,000 cartons of milk.
This is to ensure that our people have enough food for the month of Ramadan and beyond. The items which include as follows. We have now 60,000 bags of rice, 30,000 bags of sugar, 50,000 bags of millet, 30,000 bags of maize, 10,000 bags of beans, and 2,000 cartons of milk.
Similarly, Governor Matawale has ordered for the distribution of 40,000 clothes of shadda and atamfa to orphans and the less privileged people for them to be able to wear new clothes during Eid al-Fitr Salah celebration.
40,000 pieces of shadda and atamfa clothing material has been purchased for distribution to the less fortunate in order for them to easily celebrate Eid al-Fitr.
The governor also announced that Ramadan feeding will be conducted across all the 2,516 polling units of the state and directed the Ministry for Local Government and Community Development to collaborate with 14 local government councils to establish additional feeding centers in each of the councils. For ease of distribution, the state government agencies that typically handle the process of targeting relevant beneficiaries have been delegated to carry out the exercise through the Ministry of Religious Affairs, the Zakat Distribution and Endowment Board, and the Directorate of Protocol Matters. Governor Bello Matawale has approved the appointment of Kabiru Yusuf as a permanent secretary, while Aliyu Sani and Abdullahi Lawal Ahmad were appointed Directors General. Similarly, the governor also approved the reinstatement of some Directors General. They are Lawal Hussein, Yusuf Idris, Babangida Umar Zurmi and Zainab Nuhu. A government statement indicated that the postings and redeployment of officers have also been approved. They are Bala Umar Tsafi, who moves from Ministry of Social and Community Development to Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management as Permanent Secretary, while Kabiru Yusuf moves from Office of the Head of Service to Director of Housing and Urban Development as Permanent Secretary. Others are Lawal Hussein as Director General, Office of the Executive Governor, Yusuf Idris as Director General, Directorate of Press Affairs, Government House, Babangida Umar Zurmi, Director General, Press Affairs, Office of Deputy Governor, and Zainab Nuhu as Director General, Protocol, Office of the First Lady. The rest are Aliyu Sani, Director General, Protocol, Directorate of Protocol Matters, Government House, and Abdullahi Lawal Ahmad as Director General, Protocol, Office of the Deputy Governor. The postings and redeployment takes immediate effect. The Senate on Tuesday, upon resumption from its 2 weeks recess, adjourned plenary till Wednesday, 14th April 2021, over the recent death of 2 members of the National Assembly. This was just as the upper chamber held a minute's silence in honor of both lawmakers who are members of the House of Representatives. The decision to suspend plenary was carried out in line with the tradition of the National Assembly, following a motion moved by the Senate leader Yahya Abdullahi and seconded by the minority leader Onyinaya Baribe. Moving the motion, the Senate leader said the passing of 2 members of the National Assembly, Alhaji Haruna Maitala, who until his demise represented Basa Just North Federal Constituency of Plateau State, and who died on 2nd April 2021 in a ghastly motor accident. The second loss was that of Alhaji Suleiman Aliyu Lere, representing Lere Federal Constituency from Kaduna State, who died on 6th April 2021. Katsina State High Court says it has embarked on visitation tour to correctional centers across the state with a view to decongesting them. The State Chief Judge, Mr. Justice Musa Dalladi Abubakar, stated this at the new correctional center, Jibiya Road, Katsina. Mr. Justice Dalladi Abubakar said the visit will enable correctional facilities across the state to have manageable space space and number of inmates in line with COVID-19 protocols. He pointed out that 20 suspects awaiting trial at the facility were granted bail, while 2 were released. In a remark, the state controller of the Nigerian Correctional Center, Abdul Mumini Haruna, said inmates at the state facilities are trained and reformed before reintegrating them into the society. On business, the Nigerian Petroleum Corporation recorded about over 234.722 million naira from the sale of premium motor spirit in January this year. It supplied 1.44 billion liters in the month. That was 46.30 million liters of the product daily across the country. In the month under review, a liter was list sold for 162.50 naira. NNPC Group General Manager, Group Public Affairs Division, Dr. Kenny Obateru, made this known in a statement on the data of the January edition of the NNPC Monthly Financial and Operations Report. According to the statement, in the gas sector, a total of 223.55 billion cubic feet of natural gas was produced in January 2021, translating to an average daily production of 7,220.22 million standard cubic feet per day. On international scene, Benin's President Patrice Talon was re-elected with 86% of votes, according to the provisional result announced Tuesday evening by the Electoral Commission in a poll where the head of state was facing virtually unknown opposition candidate. The duo Patrice Talon and Mariam Talata, vice presidential candidate at his side, obtained in the first round the majority of votes cast. The vice president of the Autonomous National Electoral Commission, Genevieve Nadju, said that the turnout was 50.17%. On their part, observers from Economic Community of West African States said they had noted a low voter turnout, followed by a slight improvement, and those of the International Organization of La Francophonie noted a relatively low voter mobilization throughout the day. On sports, Kano Pillars Football Club have agreed to sign on Super Eagles captain Ahmed Musa for the rest of the season. Idris Malakawa, the club's media officer, in a statement on Tuesday in Kano, disclosed that the club's chairman Suraju Shuaibu announced the deal. Shuaibu said the club management had agreed to sign Ahmed Musa for the rest of the 2020-2021 Nigerian Professional Football League season. He said the club agreed to sign the player after consultations with him and the league management company, which stands as a mediator of the deal. He added that Kano Pillars received a letter in that respect from the league management company, signed by its chief operating officer Salisu Abubakar. It stated that the club will take on Musa as an elite player of the league for the season's second half. That has been the news from Standard Voice Television. To end the news, a quick look at the major headlines. The state government reduces work hours for civil servants. The state government launches the distribution of 450 trucks of assorted grains for Ramadan. Senate suspends plenary over death of some members. On business, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation records 234.722 billion naira petrol sale. On international scene, Benin's President Patrice Talon retains power after sweeping victory. On sports, Governor Ganduje to unveil Ahmed Musa for Kano Pillars Football Club. That's the news. On behalf of the production crew, Head of News and Current Affairs Department, Ibrahim Gabatina, I am Samira Ibrahim, wishing you a pleasant day. Keep watching Standard Voice Television News. Goodbye.